Alright, folks, the lighting's not going to be very good on this one. It's probably going to look kind of bad here, but you got to pick and choose your battles, and I got a pretty important message here. Anyways, I know that with videos, lighting can make a big difference, and I got a pretty important message for everyone. It's a little known fact about me is I've dipped a little into the horse business and did that for about 6 years-ish. Every dadgum time I was just about to make a profit, a vet bill came up that could have easily been prevented, but the owner of the farm was a horse person. They thought their horses were smart and could step over anything and avoid a little piece of tin hanging out that's hard to see to begin with. Well, we got a herd of 6 horses, tight quarters, and testiness going on. That's a vet bill waiting to happen, and I called that in 2007. Somewhere in my high school experience, I was proven right about that. A lot of things I called ahead of time, but with a herd of 6 horses and I had a pair of goats, 3 sheep, 40 chickens, and 8 pigs at one point in time. The daily feed bill was, it pretty much would have rounded up by a few cents to a nice even $20 a day. Now, my intake on the farm was about $100 a month from the hogs. We were bringing in about, I think it was about $300 a month in the chicken eggs, and about, I want to say it was close to $200 a year with the goats, which we could round up to, because we did get every once in a while a servicing in with the goats. That brought us in another $50. So we'll just call it $240, given it the benefit of the doubt. Horses. A big fat goose egg. That's a problem. No income. A bunch of ribbons. That's it. Literally a big fat goose egg and a bunch of ribbons. And my sister got a stupid belt buckle. Now, we're going to cover this part. On a 30-day month, you have $600 in expenses. That is a really expensive belt buckle. $600 a month, knocking it down to a $200 deficit every month because of the horses. You're probably going to sit there and go, oh, Matt, you don't know what you're talking about. Horses are profitable. Yes, when you have the right group of people, they can be profitable. But more often than not, you get a bad group of people and you wind up losing money. Now, there was a person who boarded her horses with us, covered all the feed bills for her horses. She boarded 2 horses, provided all the hay, all the grain, everything she wanted done. And at the end of the day, I got 2 riding lessons a month, and that about canceled her out of the equation entirely of debt and income. The 2 riding lessons a month pretty much covered my time in cleaning, feeding, all that good stuff. Now, That was just the monthly deficit on the animals in general. You have a goose egg on animals that are costing you the better part of anywhere from $12 to $15 a day to feed. On a $20 a day feed bill, $12 to $15 a day was what the herd of 6 horses comprised of. That's a lot of cost for a big fat belt buckle and a box of ribbons. I don't even care if that person has that box of ribbons and that horse, that big belt buckle anymore. It ticked me off. It put our farm under. That's the person who convinced the owner of the farm that horses would be the best thing to continue to invest in. Utterly disappointing. Having stated this experience, I just want to explain this to all of you. I do not regret saying that quote from the movie about being dumber for having heard the speech. I thanked the person for the speech, and I explained the contribution level. That got me a 3-day mute on a Facebook group. Very, very disappointing, people. I'm doing my best to lead FFA members as an outside person who's been in FFA before. And if you'd like to verify that, you can call Alan Skoog at Cheney High School in Cheney, Washington. He can verify that. And quite frankly, he'll tell you what I'm good at and what I suck at. And I'll tell you right now, I've made a lot of mistakes in life. And I'll tell you right now, the old me would have cussed that person out with the reply and told her to zip her lip in the most utterly cussed out way possible. Yet, she played the coward way of, and a bunch of her little goony friends did as well. Angry Karen, get away from me. Goodbye. I'd like to block you, and I'm probably going to do that anyway. And to the admins who carried a lot more weight with their words than with mine, and knowing how I truly felt about the situation and the level of restraint I showed. If you're wondering what the movie quote is, the movie quote is, "Thank you for your speech. We are all officially dumber now for having heard your speech. You have contributed absolutely nothing with that speech." Now, here I did summarize it and leave a little bit out and modify that quote, so I paraphrased it a little bit. I put in this part. The internet just became dumber for having read your reply to my comment. What a beautiful way to say that was absolutely anti-helpful when I was really, really fighting every urge of my body to cuss her out. She's definitely a horse person. Angry Karens can just go away. They can just go hide under the rock they like to hide under and never come out from that rock again. The world is a better place without angry Karens trying to assert themselves. This has been a very critical message from Chef Matt on Farming with Chef Matt. I'd like to thank you all for watching, and I have just one little thing. I might have been able to break even on our horses had I been allowed to make more decisions. However, I was not allowed to make as many decisions as I needed to make the farm profitable. I have come to my own consensus. Horses are like crack cocaine. Just stay away from them in general, and you're probably going to do okay as a farm for livestock. I'm just putting that out there. Y'all have a good one. Y'all be safe out there, and we'll see you when we see you. Thank you all, and hope you consider subscribing if you haven't already. I hope you consider a comment if you haven't already. If you'd like to put your thoughts potentially out there, I'd definitely appreciate that. And I'd appreciate you considering a rating on the video. And there's a link in the description if you want to donate, because I keep the actual website, YouTube, completely out of my finances for a lot of reasons. It really wouldn't pan out in the end. It would be more paperwork than it's worth for a few measly cents. Whatever. Thank you all. Have a great day, and I look forward to seeing your responses, and I thank you for the conversation.